Are you sick and tired of being benched and not getting the opportunities you want to climb up the ladder of professional football? Don't worry, you're not alone. For every 11 players that are competing, another 7 might get some game time, and another 5 to 10 players are left out of the squad with 0 minutes of playing time. Now we all know what the problem is. Do you have a solution for it though? Well, since you're here, I assume you don't have one, so you better stick until the end of the video to get that spot of yours back and start making actual progress in your career. Now there are lots of ways you can approach this problem and find the solution. However, I would like to introduce you to a 6-step process that I have come up with that will drastically increase your chances of getting that starting spot you want. Now the first step is to mentally accept the problem and embrace it. If you're constantly dwelling and not taking responsibility for what is happening, you simply won't be taking any steps forwards. You will remain stagnant and lose valuable time and energy. This is a really toxic mindset to be in that doesn't allow you to view the bigger picture and start taking action on the things that will drive your career forward, aka the things you can control. And guess what? Dwelling and passing on responsibility to someone else will not solve the problem for you. Take full responsibility for the situation you're in right now, even if politics are sometimes involved, and ask yourself, what can I do better? Because at the end of the day, it's you and your actions. That's what you can control. That's what you can change today. That mental switch is the first step to achieve more success in your football career. Now the second step basically is an extension of the first one. If you really want to get off the bench in football and succeed in this game, you have to develop a resilient mindset that is going to keep you bulletproof when you're left on the bench. Now, a lot of questions may arise to you in regards to what a winning mindset really is. So I like to describe it like this: a mindset that enables you to see the opportunity to grow in every challenge you face. That mindset is based on a set of systems and principles which you have to commit to no matter if you're playing or not, no matter if you're an amateur or an elite level player. What this does is it keeps your overall development resilient and stable no matter what happens in your life. Now as we're moving to step number 3, things start getting more actionable and practical. This step consists of feedback and analysis and is all about recognizing what does and what doesn't work. I like to split this step into 2 parts: coach-player communication and self-evaluation. On one hand, a common issue many players experience when they don't get game time is a lack of communication with the coach and the coaching staff. What we usually suggest our players do is schedule meetings and phone calls with the coaching staff to address performance-related issues. These meetings should be done pretty frequently during the season, ideally every 2 months, no matter if you play or not. Now the reason this is so important is because in order for you to play, you first have to convince your coach that you're capable of delivering results based on the team's plan. Your coach's opinion is probably the most valuable piece of feedback you can get right now. Only he or she can guide you and help you understand what the team really needs from you. During those meetings, you can ask a variety of questions, some of which you can see on screen right now. And of course, always make sure that this conversation is strictly professional. Be respectful, don't be rude, ask clear and specific questions, show empathy, and always be open to feedback. On the other hand, we have self-evaluation. Apart from the feedback you get from your coach, it is also important to evaluate your own game by analyzing game footage, if there is any, monitor your training performance, and find what your strengths and weaknesses really are. So please take care of this step before you move on to the next one, which is all about action. Now that you've got all that information and feedback about your performance and what does and doesn't work, you need to convert it into something actionable. Feedback and analysis are the tools that will help you come up with a strategy specific to your needs. That strategy usually consists of individual work and team training. On one hand, structure your individual work around your weaknesses and solve the problematic areas of your performance based on the needs of your position. On the other hand, team training is your chance to showcase your development as well as improve the areas of your game that can be developed in a team environment, like your tactical performance and your speed of play. Now the next step is all about your training performance. The number one thing I advise our athletes to do when they're struggling to get game time is to treat every team practice as their game day. The reality is that this is the only opportunity you're getting right now. The good thing about it is that you usually get 3 to 6 of those opportunities each week depending on the level you play. The theory behind that is pretty simple. Good training sessions with a team can lead to more playing time, and more playing time means that you're getting closer to your ultimate goal, aka becoming a regular starter for your team. So make sure you prepare and approach team training properly. Set specific training goals, prepare well, and take action. Peak training performance is and should be your number 1 priority right now. And lastly, step number 6, which most probably is the most important step of them all, turning every opportunity you get into a slightly bigger one. Now that your coach is fully aware of your desire to play and help the team, but you also managed to take his advice and turn it into something, your chances to get an opportunity are way higher. Instead of just chasing an opportunity, you now need to focus all your energy into achieving peak performance on any given game day that your coach throws you in, no matter if we're talking about 5 minutes of game time or a full 90-minute game. Your job is to turn those 5 minutes into 10, then those 10 minutes into 20, etc., etc. This is not only about getting off the bench, but also establishing yourself as a regular starter. And please do not tell me that you can't showcase yourself in those 5 minutes. That's a really bad mindset to be in that doesn't offer you anything if you view the bigger picture. Your coach is using you for some reason. Even if he or she is subbing you in to save time, do that job and stay true to his instructions. If it's possible to go above and beyond his expectations, go for it. So whenever you're sitting on the bench, don't just go over the motions. Invest time and effort into analyzing the opposition and encourage your teammates to succeed. And let's be honest, the last thing a coach wants is a miserable player sitting on the bench and destroying the team culture that he is trying to build. Respect everyone on the team, prepare for an opportunity, and take action on your game day systems, just like if you are going to start. You never know when it's going to come. Now, if you want to take your chances one step further, I think that you will also enjoy watching this video next. Until the next time, have a good one.